My most popular video to date is entitled Why I Use Apple Motion, and in that video I go over a few points why I continue to use Apple Motion instead of more mainstream software like Adobe After Effects. The video has over 14,000 views at the time of this recording and has done quite well for my YouTube channel. Now, a few months after that video was made, I actually made my YouTube intro, which you saw at the beginning of this video, in Apple Motion. And today I wanted to show you how I did that and what steps I used in that process. So let's hop into Apple Motion right now. Alrighty, so here we are in Apple Motion. The project window is open on my computer, and as you can see, or as you saw at the beginning of this video, there is the intro. The beginning of playback and motion is a little shaky, so just kind of deal with that, hopefully, for this video. So let's go over the elements from front to back. So I have a color solid, which you can see just here. It's this blue-ish color at the back, and that's just super easy to do. You just go over to the built-in stuff, grab a color solid, and put that in. Then right below it, attached to it, is a fade in, fade out, which you can actually see, like it starts to fade out with the rest of it right here at the end. So obviously the timing on that was customized. Then we'll come back to particles in a minute. Here is what the glitch effect is. So if you look at this, this screenshot is actually a PNG of this outline of my silhouette in kind of gold here. So this gold part is the silhouette of me. That's this screenshot. And then below it, we have the bump, map, and prism filters. So I actually watched a tutorial on this that I'll link below. This is what creates the glitch effect. So you'll see at the bottom of the project, there's the screen glitch. And if I go to the media tab up here, you can actually see I have screenglitch.mp4, which was a video provided by the tutorial I watch on YouTube. So essentially what this is doing is the bump map is moving it. So you see how it's moving back and forth? That's the bump map doing that. And then the prism filter allows it to interpolate with screenglitch.mp4, which is what's creating those glitchy edges around the outside. Quite a cool effect. I highly recommend the tutorial, which is linked in the description. Then the main moving piece here is the KN text. This is just text that I made in Motion. This isn't like a special image or anything. And I just used super basic keyframes, which you can see over here on the left. So watch what happens as I play it. You'll see that the values change rapidly, and the scale changes as well. So it moves very fast at the beginning and then slows down. So it goes whew, right all the way in, then slows down and moves slower as time goes on. And that I just did manually with keyframes. So you can watch the scale, it goes way down and then it slows right down. So I think there was about 3 or 4 keyframes to do that whole move. Then obviously there's a fade in, fade out connected to that as well. Very key. So it fades out with everything else. And then down here we have the particle generation. This is something I just added at the end because I wanted to fill in the color solid because it seemed to take up most of the screen. So if you go over to media, there's geo04.png. This is actually one of the built-in resources in Apple Motion. So you just click make particles up here. So what I did was I put a particle emitter. This is actually a copy of the original because I had to edit it like 14 times. So what it is the particle emitter. I have it selected right now. You see it's behind everything else. So you don't actually see the particles for a little bit because it's covered up by the KN and silhouette. So then as you see it expand, boom, there goes the particles. And I know it's not super interesting, like it's not super manual. I literally just hit a button and randomly generated particles fly everywhere. But, you know, it's kind of cool, and it does fill in the color solid, as I said, because right at the beginning, you've got boom, you know, big text moving. And then as the text moves down, there's not as much to see. So, you know, you can fill it in with some particles and fade everything out. Then the only other thing to mention is audio. When I was making this title, I did have the kind of music I had in mind for this open, so I could kind of play it and see how it was doing. And that's what I actually timed the glitches with down here. So if we play this, Yeah, the beginning of the music is cut off, but I find it's great to just have a sample track. Like if you've seen more than one of my videos, you know I use a different intro track for pretty much every video. But it's good to have just an idea of what it might sound like with one of the tracks you have in your library. So there you have it. That's how I made my YouTube intro in Motion. And I think it's really important to have some sort of cohesive branding on your YouTube videos. So having an intro is a great way to start. So hopefully you picked up a couple of tips and tricks, maybe got inspired to make your own. And yeah, that's it for this video. Make sure to subscribe and follow me on Twitter at Kyle G. New.